So welcome to our Yin Yoga today. We can begin in a seated position. And today it's all about spine and stiffness in the back and things like this. So remember, of course, if there's anything that doesn't feel right, if it's too much of a long time that we're spending in the position, you can always choose to come out of the position, and you can always rest in child's pose or on your back with the knees into your chest. Remember, our theme for this week is loving kindness. Let's start with ourselves, bringing that to our own bodies and minds. So you can bring the palms in the lap or on the knees, eyes gently closed. Try to just equalize the weight in the right side and the left side of the body. You can bring, if you have the hands resting on the knees, you can bring your thumb and index finger joined together, and feeling that energy gently flowing through the fingers. Try to lift the shoulders and draw them back and down. And bring the chin slightly towards your chest. So you're feeling that length in the spine. See whether you can draw the belly in slightly. And just take a minute or so to connect with your breath and find that center in the body. Forgetting about what's happened in your day so far, and really try to be present in the here and now. See whether you can deepen that inhalation, lengthening the exhalation. Or maybe you like to do the square breath, so you can visualize a square and you start from the bottom going up for 3 or 4 counts, and then across. You're holding for 3 or 4 counts. And then you exhale 3 or 4 counts. And then the line meets together 3 or 4 counts while holding the breath here. So inhaling 3 or 4, pausing for 3 or 4, exhaling 3 or 4, and pausing again 3 or 4. Just taking a few moments. So gently allowing the breath to come back to a normal, natural rhythm. And then we'll come into all fours. You want to ensure that the hips are stacked over the knees. The knees are hip width distance apart. And you want to keep this alignment with the hips and the knees. You don't want them to push back slightly as you do in child's pose. Your toes could be pointing back, and then your hands start to walk them forward. So if you can keep your cushion close by, so if you need it, as you come down, we're coming down into puppy stretch. So if you're coming down and the chest or the forehead doesn't reach the floor, you can always bring the cushion under your forehead to rest there. So we're really trying to bring some more of a deep stretch in the upper body here. And just allowing that comfortable space for you to ease into the position a little bit more. See if you can draw the belly in slightly. And remember to not to push or pull yourself in any position, any form that you think you feel like it's gonna, what it looks like. It's more of the feeling that we're going for. Just observing those sensations in the body. See if you can allow the shoulders to drop away from the neck area, so you're not tensing the shoulder region. Remembering to be kind to ourselves, being kind to our bodies, observing the thoughts that's flowing. If you want to go a little bit further, you can bend the elbows, bring the palms together, and bring the thumbs to rest on the back of the head towards the neck. Otherwise, just stay with your arms on the floor. This helps to stretch the shoulders a little bit more. So if you feel like you've got really tight shoulders and this arm variation doesn't work for you, then please return to the first one. And slowly, if you have the hands behind the head, start to bring the arms back to the floor, forearms onto the floor, and we'll come into Sphinx pose. So just allowing the hips to sink into the ground. And if you find that you want a little bit easier variation, just walk your hands a little bit further out. This is the simpler variation. Otherwise, if you find to keep the elbows in line with the shoulders, go for that. Your chin can be slightly or parallel to the floor, or you can allow the head to drop forward so the chin coming closer towards the chest. but you still want to feel that lift in the heart, in the chest, as your shoulders drop down. Your tailbone think of your tailbone extending down towards your toes, and just flow with your breath wherever it is. If at all you start to feel that sort of ouch, you need to back away. That's your indication. You need to back away, so you don't want to feel any pinching sort of sensation in the body. Remember, whenever you need a rest, you can always rest. In this position, just bring the elbows out to the sides and you can rest your forehead or one cheek on the mat. Remember, we're finding our edge in these positions, these poses, and resolving to be still as much as possible. Allow it to be a mindful practice. So just checking in with the thoughts. Maybe close your eyes and tune in, observing and being a witness to our bodies, our minds, our breath, and all those sensations that you might be feeling. So we'll start to bring our hands underneath the shoulders and push back into all fours again, back into a tabletop. So again, ensuring that the hips and the knees are in alignment, and we'll bring our right arm through the left for thread the needle, and bringing that right shoulder towards that left hand, and you can, and the head ear to the floor. You can keep the hand where it is, or you can bring it behind your back. But check with your hips here. The hips tend to shift slightly to the side, so the left side. So try to bring the hip and knee back into alignment. So when you bring, if you are bringing your hand behind your back, see if you can bring those fingers to rest on the right thigh. And again, just feeling into the stretch, observing mindfully. See whether you can draw the belly slightly in. And remember, if at all the position becomes too much, just release out of it. And from here, you can always come into child's pose and rest here. Of course, also if you need a cushion, you can bring that under the knees and maybe the shoulder as well, the right shoulder, to give it a little bit of extra padding. See if you can relax into the pose a little bit more with the breath. And maybe our affirmation today can be, I am not this body, I am not this mind. Yeah. As I lay here and my mind is going all over the place because I can feel that nice tension and the muscles, the joints. I'm reminding myself, in yoga they say, we are not this body, we are not this mind. So perhaps we can adapt that as our affirmation for this practice today. Slowly we'll bring, if you have the hands behind your back, you can bring it beside your ear again, pressing into that palm and slowly lift up and draw the right arm back into tabletop pose. So check your alignment once more. And before we go to the other side, we'll do cat and cow. So just dropping the belly down, looking forward, chest opening, and then round with the spine, belly drawing in, chin towards your chest. Maybe do this a couple more times at your own pace, just to release a little bit here. And then coming back to a neutral spine, and we'll go to the other side. So we're linking that left arm through and try to bring the left shoulder closer towards the right hand, left ear to the floor. Checking in with that hip to see whether it's shifted to the right side. See whether you can bring it back into position. And if you like here, you can bring the arm behind your back and allowing the fingers to touch the left thigh. So you're trying to draw the right shoulder back. The ear is still touching the floor. Belly drawing in towards the spine. And see whether you can use your breath to ease into this position a little bit more. So you want to feel that twist and stretch more in the upper spine, the upper back, than the lower back. So that's why we try to keep that alignment with the hip and the knees. And come back to those two affirmations. I am not this body. I am not this mind. And see if there's any sensations or feelings that come up for you. See how the mind reacts to this. See how the body reacts to it. So slowly you can bring that right hand back into position, pressing into the palm and gently come back up into a tabletop. So we can do cat and cow again. So dropping the belly down, looking forward, and maybe sway forwards, backwards a couple of times, and then rounding the spine, chin to chest. And do this a couple more times at your own pace. Especially when you round, you can gently press back. You feel that nice stretch in the lumbar spine. And then coming back to a neutral spine, we're going to walk our hands forward, coming back into Sphinx pose. So bending the elbows and bringing the forearms into the floor. But this time, as you come down, we're going to walk the hands forward. And so just the palms are on the floor and the rest of the arms are off the floor. Pointing the toes back, but you're still dropping the shoulders down. And again, the chin can be parallel to the floor, or you can gently bring the chin lower down. Relax your glutes. And see if you can still sort of press the belly into the ground. Roll the shoulders away from the neck. Remembering those affirmations. I am not this body. I am not this mind. You can maybe close your eyes. And again, observing, being a witness to the body. Remember, whenever you need to take a break, if it becomes too much, just rest. So we're going to now start to bend our knees and maybe you can point the toes or flex the heel, whatever works for you here. Either way, and see how that feels from here. If it's not the right position for you, if you feel too much, you don't really want to feel pain in the position, but you're wanting those muscles, those joints, you want to feel that. And this is the practice of yin, stressing the muscles or the joints even. We're more targeting the joints than the muscles here. So seeing how this feels for you. If it's still thinking of lengthening the spine, so see if you can feel and think about drawing the tailbone down towards your knees. If you have your lower legs lifting up in the second variation. Then slowly we can lower the legs down and lower the forearms onto the floor. Walk the hands in. And then we'll roll over onto our backs. Bend your knees. And so the soles of the feet resting on the floor, and you want the feet to be hip width distance apart. And we're going to come into, this is where also you need a little bit of a cushion or your block. And we're just going to bring it to help the back. So you want the bolster to go just under your buttocks as you bend here. So instead of you actually doing the work, it's more of a relaxation sort of pose here, taking that tension away. You can bring the hands to rest on your abdomen, or you can bring it to rest on the side alongside the body, with your shoulder blades completely relaxing here. Again, breathing in deeply, breathing out slowly and gently. If you find it's too low, maybe you can put an extra cushion or something. If you are using a block, you can just rest where you're comfortable here. And then the second option, so you can either stay here, or the second option, to extend your legs so the hips is higher than your legs and your head. Your toes can flop out to the sides, and again, hands either alongside the body, or you can bring them onto the abdomen. Breathing in deeply, breathing out slowly and gently. And observe sensations here in the body, remembering to be mindful, more present. Having that witness state where we're witnessing our own bodies, our own breath, our own mind. See whether you can allow the body and the breath to help ease into the position a little bit more, relaxing more into that position. So we can bend our knees again and allow the feet to come back to the floor, and then you can lift your hips up slightly and slide your cushions or blocks or bolsters away. Just prop them to the side. And then we'll come into a twist. So as you lay down, hug the knees in, bring them in towards the chest. You can bring the arms, bend your elbows and bring the arms alongside the head, and then drop the knees towards the right side. So just make sure here that the left shoulder blades are resting onto the floor. And the knees are stacked on top of each other. You can keep the head to face the sky. Just finding the comfortability, finding that ease, relaxation in the pose. Maybe coming back to our affirmations. I am not this body. I am not this mind. I am not this body. I am not this mind. And slowly and gently we start to bring those legs back to center. And keeping the knees towards our chest, we're going to roll over towards the left side, stacking the knees on top of each other and allowing the right shoulder blades to drop into the floor. So you're trying to make space between the right hip and the right shoulder. And again, the head, your face could be facing the ceiling or the sky. Finding your breath and allowing the breath to help you to relax more and more into the pose. Give your body permission to let go and to relax into it. Try not to hold on to anything here. Allow the tension wherever you're feeling them. Just observe if there is any tension, first of all. And slowly and gently bring our legs back to center. And if you like, you can just take a few moments to wrap your arms around the legs and just feeling the back of the body pressing into the mat, feeling the thighs pressing against the abdomen, the rib cage. Taking a few deep breaths in, long and slow breaths out. So slowly you can now release your arms and roll over towards one side, pressing the opposite arm into the floor. And or you can get your cushions and blankets to prepare for Yoga Nidra now. Remember to, even if it's something, a light cotton or something to just prop over the body, because our body temperature drops when we're in relaxation. So even if it's something very thin, just try to, like a shawl or something, to bring it over the body. So as you prepare and to become more comfortable, check that the shoulder blades and your lower back are nicely relaxed into the ground. Your toes flopping out to the sides. So you're taking that Shavasana pose, your corpse pose, to allow the legs to be hip width or wider apart. And the arms away from the body, the palms facing up. Your chin maybe slightly towards your chest. And again, if you need a cushion under the head, go ahead and bring one there as well. Cushions are nice behind the knees as well. So whatever you need to do to become comfortable, we'll be here for a good 20 minutes or so. So our eyes are closed. Welcome home. Laying flat, feeling the earth beneath you, like the roots of interlaced flowers that spread out, reaching down into the earth that belongs to you and your body. Close your eyes, exhale and allow the body to settle. Feel the breath becoming spacious, slow, and steady. Allow the body to be breathed by the trees and the air around you, pulsating in unison with all life. As you breathe out, the trees breathe in. As the trees breathe out, you breathe in, belonging to nature. Settling the body into effortless stillness, that deep stillness. Be aware, I am practicing Yoga Nidra. I am practicing Yoga Nidra. I am practicing Yoga Nidra. Repeat your intention, or you can use this one. I am grounded and connected. I am grounded and connected. I am grounded and connected. Let this be a form of awareness, be held by this state of consciousness, be safe within the vessel of the form of awareness, which is Yoga Nidra. Exhale, drop the mind down into the heart. Let the awareness be deep in the heart. I am my heart. I am my heart. I am my own true heart. My heart is wide open. Welcome the feelings and insights that arise in the heart. Welcome the voice of the inner teacher. Guide now the light of conscious awareness around the body. The body remains still, but the awareness moves from point to point. It is as if the body belongs to the ground. The light of mental attention shines at each point, awakening the bright presence of a new growth in the ground. So the body becomes a web of interlaced flowers and opening blooms. Inhale. The breath moves out to all the flowers. Let a flower bloom at each point, at the crown of the head, between the eyebrows, in the throat, between the collarbones. Shine the bright light of awareness down the right arm and watch how the blooms open along the arm. Shoulder, elbow, wrist, thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, little finger, and back. Inside the right wrist, elbow, shoulder. Bring the awareness back to the throat, between the collarbones. Shine the bright light of awareness down the left arm, shoulder, elbow, wrist, thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, little finger, and back, inside the left wrist, elbow, shoulder. Bring the awareness back to the throat, between the collarbones. Shine the awareness down into the heart space. A bright, full flower in the middle of the chest, behind the breastbone, a deep red rose. Drop the awareness down to the navel. Let the awareness shine there and watch a blossom bloom. Drop the awareness to your pelvis. Let the awareness shine there. Watch the flower bloom. Shine the awareness over the right hip. And feel a trail of flowers opening down to the right leg. Knee, ankle, big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, little toe, and back inside, flowers blooming in the right ankle, knee, and hip. Bring the awareness back to the blossom in the pelvis. Shine the awareness over the left hip and feel a trail of flowers opening down the left leg, knee, ankle, big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, little toe, and back inside. Flowers blooming in the left ankle, knee, and hip. Bring the awareness back to the blossom in the pelvis. Bring the awareness back to the navel and to the bright light, allowing the flower to blossom there. Bring the awareness back to the deep heart and the flower there. Be clear. I am practicing Yoga Nidra. I am practicing Yoga Nidra. I am practicing Yoga Nidra. Be aware of the whole body and the garden of flowers growing and blossoming in every space. A garden of blossoms, the whole body. Inhale, the space between the flowers open, so more flowers fill the space. Exhale, the petals fall to the earth, settling in a pattern on the body. Inhale, flowers rise and spread, spacious, open, dark between them. Exhale, light allows the petals to drop like light rain, landing on the garden of the body, resting on the earth. Light dawns. Feel the petal drops warmed on the body as the sun shines. Inhale, the earth is warmed. The petals on the body released by the fire in the sky. Exhale, petals fall to the earth. Inhale, flowers reach for the sky. Exhale into the roots. Pause between the breath. With awareness in this magnificent rose at the center of the heart space. Awareness in the anchor roots, heels, hands. Awareness in the anchor roots, legs and arms. Awareness in the spine and the head. Breathing on the web of roots anchored in the earth. Breathing flowers into being. Let the bright light of consciousness travel triangles in the body web of roots. Exhale, Breath moves down from the pelvis to the heels. Inhale, breath moves up from heels to pelvis. Upward pointing triangle. Pause to exhale, awareness at the pelvis. Inhale, breath moves up from pelvis to chest. Exhale, breath moves down from chest to pelvis. Inhale, breath returns to chest. Pause to exhale, awareness at chest. Downward pointing triangle. Inhale, breath moves up from chest to eyebrow center. Exhale, breath moves down from eyebrow center to chest. Inhale, breath moves up to eyebrow center, upward pointing triangle. Let conscious awareness join the upward pointing triangle to the downward pointing triangle. They meet at the chest. Let the breath move in the diamond of the body, root web, blossoming diamonds of flowers. Exhale from the eyebrow center to the chest. Pause to inhale. Exhale from the chest to the pelvis. Inhale from the pelvis to the chest. Pause to exhale. Inhale from the chest to eyebrow center. Exhale down to chest. Breath awareness, consciousness in the diamond. Diamond breath makes the vivid shape. A bright diamond of awareness. I am practicing Yoga Nidra. I am practicing Yoga Nidra. I am practicing Yoga Nidra. Then exhale all awareness from the edges of the diamond into the heart space. In the center of the diamond, inhale awareness outward to the edges of the diamond of flowers and back to the full rose of the heart space. Being in the heart space, in the diamond, in the web, feeling the flowers blooming. I am my heart. I am my own true heart. Breath awareness into the heart space. Welcome the insights of the inner teacher, cried on, the silent voice of the inner teacher. Welcome home to yourself, repeating your intention again. I am grounded and connected. I am grounded and connected. I am grounded and connected. Web of dreams integrated, laying like a web of flowers, safe in the consciousness that is Yoga Nidra, securely held by this experience, safe within the vessel of the form of awareness, which is Yoga Nidra. I am my heart. I am my heart. I am my own true heart. My heart is open. Welcome home. I am grounded and connected. 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 am my heart. I am my heart. I am my own true heart. My heart is open. I am grounded and connected. I am grounded and connected. I am grounded and connected. Know that this practice of Yoga Nidra is coming to an end. Carry the blessings of the practice, the awareness of connection out with you. The practice of Yoga Nidra is complete. You may stretch and yawn. Let your breath be a bridge to a more everyday state of consciousness, yet savor still the bright presence of awareness. So taking a few moments, if you prefer, you can remain laying down. If you need more time, just stay there for as long as you like. Otherwise, if you feel you're ready, you can gently roll to the right side, pausing for a moment. And then slowly coming up into a seated, comfortable position. Sitting comfortably, you can bring the palms together and rub them briskly and start to feel that warmth in the palms. It'll go really, really fast. And then gently cup the palms over the eyes, with the fingers resting on the forehead. maybe the head. Keeping the eyes closed and just feeling that warmth transferring from the hands, the palms to the eyes. Relax your shoulders, so allow the arms to just tuck in onto the body. And while you stay here and absorb, I will read a passage from Soul to Soul. I've opened it up to 116, and it says, Shy One. In the still hours of the morning, when I sit with you, I know you love me, and tenderness towards all swells and bursts within my heart like a tulip bud in spring. But then the day takes you away, and I walk alone again in busy world. I hide my wound with smiling face and wonder if and when we'll meet again. I know you haven't left me. I know it's I who left you. Yet the world pounds my mind and body with heavy hand and drives you from my heart. Shy one, hold me close. Keep your tender eyes upon me. Remember me, your child, when the world tears us apart. And in italics writing it says, God regards with merciful eyes not what you are or what you've been, but what you wish to be, author unknown. So you can slowly allow the arms to drop in your lap or the knees, bringing again your thumb and index finger to brush against each other, chin slightly towards the chest. Taking a moment to give thanks to yourself for investing in your health, your well-being, for honoring your body and your mind. And to also send love, light, peace, harmony, and healing to all beings. So we close our practice with 3 Oms. So taking a deep breath in, long and slow breath out. So you can chant Om on the exhalation. So again, inhale. May all beings be happy and free. Let's bring the palms together to your heart center, taking a bow to yourself and each other. Namaste. Thank you everyone for joining in.